Imagine today's society as a branch of civilization about to reach a dead end. Is this way we're living the only one that's available to us? My plan is a city that people can dream about.
Megalopolis.
What about those standing in your way?
Power to the people!
Who like it the way it is?
Hey, howdy, hey, awesome people of the internet. Wolfman Force and Dash here, talking to you from a hotel room in Glasgow, of all places. Yes, so so Megalopolis, which I thought to begin with was Logopolis. It's a film by Francis Ford Coppola, who made this as a kind of sort of pet project of his after spending a lot of time trying to repay his debt to Hollywood with various other films. And I'm actually surprised that even though this is his pet project, he's got a lot of big stars in this. Like, there's quite a few stars in here that I thought were actually either long gone or retired, but no, they're still around. So, you know, Dustin Hoffman, I forget the guy's name, but the old dude from National Treasure, and other films he's also been in, Fantastic Beasts as well, and I think he was in 24 at one point too, so yeah, you can probably figure out his name from there. Also Natalie Emmanuel from Game of Thrones and Fast and Furious, Adam Driver from obviously Star Wars, I'm trying to think if there's anybody else, I forget the guy's name, but he was in Breaking Bad. He made some fried chicken. You might figure out what his name is from there. So, yeah. So, to kind of basically describe the plot of this film, it's about a guy. Basically an attempt to sort of modernize sort of the Roman Empire, the story of the Roman Empire. You know, the rise and the fall of it, in a sort of modern world with the sci-fi elements of this sort of material that this guy called Caesar happens to have, that he wants to use to help rebuild New Rome, as it's called, just to try and help out and so forth. Yeah, as Francis Ford Coppola films go, and I'm probably pronouncing his surname wrong, it's definitely not my favourite film of his. Now, I should stress that while I'm not the biggest fan of his work, I do like his Godfather films, and I do like Apocalypse Now. It's just that this film is probably the only film I've seen of his that I don't really like that much. Don't get me wrong, it's got a lot of great talent from all sorts of people. And it does have a lot of good set pieces, set designs, costumes and everything. But the way it's constructed is so complicated and complex, which isn't something that filmmakers as experienced as his aren't used to not doing, but it is very, very complicated to follow. And not just that, but the BBFC rating it had, which is a 15, makes out that there's going to be scenes of sex and other sorts of things, but in the end, we only got like 2 scenes of sex. One where it's like a video of someone that's having sex with another person, and then later on you get a scene where it's Shia LaBeouf and forget the actress's name, but they are close to having sex, but they don't quite make it having sex. Like, it's more of a negotiation sort of thing, but they have sex as they do it. But it's not sex as in they take off all their clothes or everything. They just take off some clothes, but not everything. And yeah, to me it doesn't feel much like a 15 rated film. Yeah, it's got swear words. Yeah, it's got 2 sex scenes, I should say, not 2 sex scenes, kind of, sort of. And and yeah, it's a mess. Let's put it frank. It is a mess. And I went to see it at the Tall Cineworld in Glasgow, which is known to be the tallest cinema in the world at 20 meters or 200 feet. You can check the measurements online from there. And yeah, it is not a very good film. And to be honest, my friend Clank Soka actually saw a different film that weekend, Overrun, which I didn't bother seeing with my friend in Glasgow. But you know, we weren't really there to specifically watch Megalopolis. We actually just wanted to experience the tall cinema that it was, and we did. So yeah, it's pretty much a typical Cineworld with all the things you can get. So you got a 4DX floor, a sort of split screen floor, the one where you have to turn around, and you got the floor where it's just the 2D screenings. Yeah, it's pretty much as typical of a Cineworld as you can get. Typical Cineworlds, as in a Cineworld with all those extra screens and all that other stuff. And pretty much every floor that you have screens on, there's always going to be a snackatorium or whatever we Brits call it. So yeah, and it was good. It was good being in the cinema. Just seeing a film. I've been into the cinema a few times before, and I think I can definitely say for both me and my friend that we saw this a 323 Lee 323 323 Lee 323 his YouTube name is. We definitely had a good time at this cinema. It's just a shame we ended up seeing a pretty rubbish film, which is I can't even find amusing because after we saw the film, a guy was waiting outside, sort of giving people tablets to sort of give feedback on the film, because I'm guessing this is meant to be one of these big films that's been released this year, and they just wanted to know people's opinions about it and so forth. And yeah, I was honest but fair, so I made it clear that I wasn't too keen on the film, and I just thought it was fine. Um, in terms of Adam Driver films I've seen, this is definitely a lot better than Ferrari, because when I saw Ferrari with 323 Lee 323, it was boring as heck. This one was kind of sort of boring as well, but I did kind of get a sense of enjoyment out of it just from the visual thrills and so forth. But it's ever so complicated, can be a bore fest, and I just feel it just didn't deserve its 15 rating after only having two sex scenes and some other little bits as well. And I think for a film that Shia LaBeouf is in, and I will admit, I've not seen a Shia LaBeouf film in such a long time. The last thing I saw him in was the Bay Formers films. um, he's actually okay in this film, still playing an annoying character. And although I think in this case he is intentionally meant to be annoying, because he's playing the cousin of Adam Driver's character, and yeah, is what it is. I think if it was up to me, I would probably have more sex scenes between Adam Driver and Natalie Emmanuel, because although I think they're both very talented actors, Adam Driver has obviously got a good body, and Natalie Emmanuel, she is gorgeous, and I know she has only ever done, as far as I know, only ever done one nude scene in Game of Thrones, and she's not really done much nude scenes since, but she does have a tendency to show flesh off whenever she can in various things that I've seen her in, including Fast and Furious and this film. So yeah, so and Francis Ford Coppola, not really one of my favourite filmmakers out there, but he is an experienced one, and it was good that he did sort of get a connection with him and with him in a way, because one of the actors in the film just so happens to be one of his nephews. I forget the guy's name, but he's been in lots of things as well. So yeah, so I think overall I'm gonna give Megalopolis 2 stars. It's not a terrible film, and it's definitely a lot better than Adam Driver's last film, Ferrari, that I've seen him in. But it's very complicated, very convoluted, and not really worth watching at the cinema if you just want to make it as background noise, because the thing about these films that Francis Ford Coppola makes, they are to me background noise, because you can probably follow them fine and all sorts, but they're just background noise to me. Not saying that his films are bad or anything, it's just I kind of wish I could see better films coming from him, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos. I upload videos at various times during the day, and it's usually a mixed bag of shorts and long form videos like this. And what I do is gameplay videos, let's play videos, and vlogs like this, where I'm talking about things in pop culture, reviewing stuff, showing stuff in holes, or just talking about life in general. So yeah, and as I say, these are uploaded at various times during the day. And if you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to share with your pals, share with your pals. If you want to leave a comment, please do so. See you in the next one. Peace to you all. And if you ever do get the chance, do come visit Glasgow, because it is quite a city, especially with the Tool Cineworld and all these other stuff you can do here as well. Yeah, it is quite something. I actually do have family and colleagues living here, so it's kind of a sort of symbolic place for me to come visit. And the hotel I'm actually staying in is a hotel that I had my late granny's wake in. But they had pretty terrible sandwiches, so yeah. Okay. Alright. Toodles.
Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started.